What's up, Gemini? This is going to be your love forecast for the second half of April. This is for my Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, and for the cross watchers. If you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give me a like and throw me a comment. And if you are new here, I do put these out every 2 weeks, so don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell if you want to keep up with me as I do. I also do offer personal readings, and all the info for that's in the description box of the video, and I am on TikTok and Instagram. If you want to follow me over there, I've put the links to those in the description box as well. Sorry guys if I keep rubbing my nose. It's extremely cold in here and I think I might be coming down with a cold, so I apologize for that. I didn't bring a tissue. It's not very attractive, but anyway, I'll try my best to get through this. Spirit, any messages please for my Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus in the area of love, second half of April? Any love messages for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, second half of April? Okay, the Judgment card, the Six of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, the Chariot card in the reverse, and the Ace of Pentacles in the upright. Okay, Gemini. All right, there seems to be maybe one situation that appears to be sort of blocked or not moving forward, and another situation that may be presenting. I mean, I've got like sort of two energies here. I've got a Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, which usually would tell me that there's something that you may have been invested in, waiting to see how things play out, waiting for your return on your investment and feeling like maybe you don't want to invest anymore. And, you know, then I've got an Ace of Pentacles here, and an Ace of Pentacles is like a new opportunity presenting that's looking maybe quite solid. It's a new start, but often something very committed. So the reason why I'm saying it's like two energies, I've got the Judgment card, which is decisions. It's also potentially a comeback around, but then I've got a Six of Swords, which is sort of moving on. So you might be finding that there's a situation with someone that you've built a foundation on. There's some kind of a decision made with regards to that situation, or if you know you've been waiting around for this person, there could be a revival or a comeback around from them. But then I also see you potentially feeling like you want to move on and you want to move forward, like maybe you feel like you've outgrown it or it's not worth your time or your energy. The Chariot card in the reverse, it's almost like you just feel like it's not moving forward, okay, or not in the direction of your desires. Let's take a look at that Judgment card. Five of Swords. Yeah, you had a conflict with a person, or there's a lot of stress in a situation. And with the Judgment card, like I said, there could be, you know, a revival, and maybe someone's coming forward, they want to resolve the conflict with you. I mean, Five of Swords is a 5 card, so this is about potentially trying to work through things for positive changes. Let me get one on that. Five of Swords. Yeah, but then we've got the Knight of Pentacles again. There's some kind of situation, Gemini, that you're dealing with where there seems to be a block or a lack of forward movement or a lack of a plan maybe in moving forward. Knight of Pentacles in the upright is like you're sort of working together steadily on a common goal. Five of Swords energy can be failure to see eye to eye. It can also be just like verbal conflict or stress. As I said, Five of Swords, stress around, you know, some block here. And the block could be financial. The block could also be effort. Perhaps you feel like someone's not making the effort that you're making, or work needs to be done, an effort more so into what blocks your connection. So if that is communication style or, you know, something like that. Like, as I said, Five of Swords is like, it's getting on the same page. Tell me about this Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, there's a Tower in the reverse. So the Tower in the reverse can sometimes mean that something big has to shift, you know, but changes have not been made or the shift hasn't happened yet. It's almost like maybe the impending crumbling of something. So as I said, Gemini, it's like maybe you haven't completely moved on from a person where there has been stress. On the other hand, there's this sense of, what am I putting the effort into, because I feel that anyway this is going to crumble because maybe we're not on the same page. Does that make sense? So let me see why the Tower in the reverse, the Devil. So Gemini, there's a situation which seems to be, you feel like maybe it's binding you, or the shadow side, the Devil. I mean, this can be toxic patterns or limitations or fears. You know, it can also be sometimes negative belief systems, negative limitations. So like, for example, with the Five of Swords, maybe you're dealing with a situation where you've got a person that tends to be more not very solution oriented, right? Because the Knight of Pentacles is in the reverse. So instead of putting effort into resolve things, they tend to kind of focus on all the reasons why something can't work. Maybe there's a lot of fears in moving forward, as I said, because, well, for a number of reasons people have fear. Maybe there's avoidance. You know, the Devil card also is where we feel very restricted and very bound, and it can also be where we're holding on very tightly. So it's sort of like this: do I hold on or do I let go? I'm sensing, sorry guys, I'm sensing that this is not healthy for me, but I also have invested a bit. Can I let go of what I've invested and move forward onto something that's potentially more healthy for me, or should I give this another go? Judgment card. Do you see what I mean? So tell me about that Devil card, please, Spirit. Yeah, the Fool card. Exactly. Do I let go, or do I take a leap for another cycle with this person, or do I leap onto something else? For some of you, there could just be something in this situation that feels risky, like because the Fool can be a risk. I mean, especially if there's fears of commitment, or there's something here. You know, I've got the Fool and the Chariot card. So for some of you, distance or travel is a factor, and maybe this is what is causing the tension or the stress. You know, maybe one of you would need to relocate. I mean, the Six of Swords also means that. So Six of Swords. So potentially the conflict can be resolved by, say, doing a trip or a move, relocating, but maybe you're not seeing eye to eye with the person. So maybe that would be the solution, Six of Swords, moving into smoother times. But then also it's like, do I want to take a risk and do that? Or do I want to move on and move forward onto something that feels like a better choice, or more stable, or better, right? Or right. Something here doesn't feel 100%. So anyway, we've got Capricorn energy with the Devil, and we've got Scorpio, double Scorpio with the Judgment and the Tower. Also Aries with the Tower, Mars, Aries, and then we've got Cancer with the Chariot card. So let's look at the Fool, and Aquarius with the Fool. Something just feels like a risk here. Someone might not be very financially stable with the King of Pentacles in reverse. So maybe that's the issue. It's like, do I take a leap with someone where there seems to be a lack of stability that causes tension, and also maybe difficulty, like I said, getting on the same page? Is it worth my investment? Maybe financial investment, maybe emotional, etc. You know, a King of Pentacles in the reverse can also be like lack of loyalty. So for some of you, that could be an issue with the Devil and the King of Pentacles in the reverse. You might be dealing with someone that, I don't know, succumbs to temptation. But I'm not getting that for most of you. I think what's going on here is that there's a heavy focus, by the looks of it, on material aspects, and something within this situation means that because of the material or lack of material stability, there seems to be a lot of risk in moving forward. Sorry guys, I know that's a bit general, but that's, yeah, maybe it's about like, God, do I really want to go and I want to settle down? Like, because King of Pentacles in the reverse, King of Pentacles in the upright would be like, this is a wise decision for the long term. I want to invest in this. I see the future with this situation. But the King of Pentacles in the reverse could be not quite that, okay? You know, especially if you've got a situation where someone would want you to move across the world. Maybe you're waiting to see that that looks reliable, okay? So anyway, King of Pentacles in the reverse, Seven of Wands in the reverse. There seems to be a need for, I think more so than material, there's something more going on here, Gemini. It seems that there's like a lot of standoffishness or guardedness or defensiveness. Maybe that's what's underneath, and then, you know, there seems to be a very high emphasis on the material, which can be an avoidance. The Devil card, like I said, it can be fears, it can be, you know, toxic patterns, And so maybe instead there's a lot of this, oh, I'm focusing on, you know, material goals, work, like especially if you're dealing with a person, maybe that's not financially doing so well or stable, they might sort of always use that as a focal point, or you might be kind of just very much focusing on the material aspects, but there could be something more going on underneath, like a 7 of Wands in the reverse is sometimes we need to let our guard down. There could be a lot of guardedness. The 7 of Wands in the reverse also can mean that you're just feeling that this is not a reliable option for you, and that you're feeling like you lack persistence in the situation anymore. Like maybe it's time to let go. Though it does feel that this situation, there could be a lot of attraction with that Devil card, but then it also seems to be hard to let go of, but not that healthy. We do have an Ace of Pentacles here, so I just feel like it's a different energy. It's maybe something else that's coming through that looks very stable. Yeah, and the 3 of Swords in the reverse is you maybe deciding that you want to get over some pain connected to this situation and move forward onto something else. And I've got a Queen of Pentacles in the upright. I mean, I've got a King and Queen of Pentacles. So someone in this situation feels like the other one is just not pulling their weight, or not as committed, or not as stable, or maybe not as loyal, okay? And there seems to be some hurt feelings here. I feel like, as I said, you know, the Judgment card, it's decisions. It's also maybe potential for a revival. So on one hand, I think there's opportunity to get past that, the hurt feelings. But there's also, like I said, opportunity to move forward onto maybe something else. I mean, 3 of Swords can be third-party situations. So maybe you are looking at another option. And then I've got a Hierophant card, okay? And the 9 of Cups. I just feel like, Gemini, there might be something else in front of you that seems to be very aligned with your values. We've got the Hierophant card there, the High Priest, and then we've got 9 of Cups. Looks like it's very connected to your hopes and wishes, like what you really want and what's going to fulfill you. That's Taurus energy with that High Priest. And then I've got a Queen of Swords. So it's going to require you, Gemini, Queen of Swords is your type of energy. It's going to require you to be discerning, and you may need to make a decision if you want to cut a situation off to move forward in a different direction, or if you want to kind of continue down this road and maybe there's opportunity to repair. I'll get a little bit on this situation. It just looks very, very difficult or complicated. Let me get a little bit more on the Queen of Swords. I mean, you can't make it up. Queen of Swords and Ace of Cups. As I said, there's opportunity to potentially cut something away for a new beginning elsewhere, or another option. 2 aces in the upright here, Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. So there's something about you just really tapping into your personal values, what's important to you. Maybe there's an issue here with this person that you're dealing with, that you're not on the same page, you don't share the same values. You could be from different religions or backgrounds. Not that that even matters, guys, but I'm just saying maybe that's what causes stress. Or otherwise, you know, perhaps you're very spiritual and this person doesn't share the same beliefs as you. And again, that shouldn't really matter, but there just seems to be a need for you to really tap into your truth, Queen of Swords, and decide what's going to really fulfill you. Because on this side, there looks to be something else that is really fulfilling, like the cups are overflowing. You see what I'm saying? Let me look at this person and their feelings and intentions towards you. Look, I've got the Judge. I was about to say, because there's a comeback around with the Judgment card, and there's a Judgment card at the bottom of the deck, okay? So there seems to be the need for a decision, but also if you've had a conflict or a step back from this person, it's like a revival. So I think this person wants to really give this a chance. Let me see, what are their feelings and intentions towards Gemini as we move through April, please, Spirit? Second half of April. I think I just saw the Ace of Wands. Okay, 9 of Wands in the reverse. The 6 of Swords in the reverse. Oh, Gemini, so you've got the 6 of Swords in the upright. They feel like you're moving away from them, like that you're distancing yourself. 6 of Swords in the reverse means they have not moved on. They don't want to move on. The Moon card is in the reverse. Okay, the Queen of Swords in the reverse. Maybe they feel like you're a bit harsh, Gemini, because Queen of Swords could be your energy, as I said. It is sort of your archetype. And in the reverse can be where maybe you can get a little bit harsh, or you can be cold, or, you know, maybe you have conflict with this person, and Queen of Swords, when she's not balanced, she can kind of cut your head off. But that usually happens after a period where she's been, and again, it's not gender specific, guys, but it's a queen, where she's been like holding back for quite some time on saying what she wants to say. She gets very frustrated and then she can kind of lose it. There's a lot of wounding here, Gemini, and then I've got the Seven of Pentacles in the upright. And Gemini, you had the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, okay? Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. So it's like you're feeling like you don't want to wait around or invest in this anymore. This person's still invested, okay? So they're still like willing to see what grows from the Seven of Pentacles. We've got the Lovers card and the Nine of Swords and the Four of Cups. They're feeling a little bit maybe emotionally rejected, or not sure if you're going to accept the cup that they're offering. Seems to be some fears of inadequacy here, Gemini. A lot of wounding. So the Moon card in the reverse. So maybe this person's starting to understand, because the Moon is what hasn't been understood or revealed or hidden. There could be some stuff coming to the surface and being illuminated to this person about work that they might want to do around some wounding, because Nine of Wands, that's a standoffishness. It's the wounded warrior. And what I've seen so far, Gemini, is you and this person, there's a lot of pentacles here, but there's not a hell of a lot of cups. I mean, the cups that I'm seeing, Gemini, is something else on this side that looks to be a new start for you, perhaps elsewhere. And it's Nine of Cups, right? So this is more about, I think, you thinking about what's going to fulfill your wishes. And there's an Ace of Cups, which would be a new opportunity. But between you and this person, it seems to be very Pentacles driven. So it's about, okay, let's just focus on the material, what needs to get done. And there's also a lot of strife when it comes to the communication and getting on the same page. And I think that's coming from a guardedness, maybe due to the communication styles, but really underneath that, that could be to do with something very subconscious. So like the Moon is how we were nurtured. So you could be dealing with a situation where childhood wounding is coming up, or fears. I think I talked about fears before. Like fears are getting in the way, triggering. Yeah. So there seems to be an understanding that that needs to be worked through, because the Nine of Wands is in the reverse. So this is like coming out of that energy, and maybe they want to work through the wounds between the two of you. You know, maybe with the Queen of Swords in the reverse, I'm not giving you shit, Gemini, but it's like maybe that triggers this person because there's a coldness to it. So if this person has fears of rejection or inadequacy, maybe that there's a triggering there. Maybe they become defensive or they close off, then that triggers you. I mean, you know what I'm trying to say, okay? So that might create these repeat cycles. Look, I've got a Nine of Cups and the Devil. Fears again. I think this person does see you as a wish fulfillment. For some of you, you're dealing with a situation where there could be a little bit of, there's addictive behaviors. Nine of Cups and the Devil can be drinking, drugging, just saying. That could be an avoidance in dealing with some of the deeper stuff. Yeah, but more so I'm just really getting that this could be some toxic patterns that kind of get in the way of, you know, moving towards fulfillment, like true fulfillment. So again, there could be avoidance in dealing with the deeper issues. And so then there's always a focus on, you know, material stuff or lack thereof, or distraction with just like having fun, like maybe, you know, let's go out or let's have a good time or whatever, okay? There's a Strength card here. So it seems to be also maybe a fear or a lack of courage in dealing with issues, because the Strength card, like, it can take courage to really deal with the deeper stuff that's going on. So like I said, there's a lot of triggering going on. But they are, with the Strength card, I mean, I feel that they really do want to build with you. There's stress, Nine of Swords, but they feel like you're a soulmate with that Lovers card, okay? They may also just have some real fears that you aren't really choosing them. The Lovers card can be choices, or you feel that way, okay, because we've got the Devil and the Nine of Cups. Maybe there is at least a fear of temptation or someone moving away from the other and not choosing them. I did say, Gemini, it looks like you might have another opportunity around you, and I'm not judging any of that, but let's see why we've got, yeah, King of Pentacles. And the Magician card in the reverse, wow. So they feel like there's unfulfilled potential here with the Magician card in the reverse to become the King of Pentacles. And remember, I said you feel this person's King of Pentacles in the reverse. So you might feel this person's not stable, reliable. Maybe you feel they lack the resources to move ahead and give you, not give you like pay for it, but like to feel solid and stable, you know. So, but they feel that they want to manifest that with you, you know. Yeah, I think that they really are pretty set on you, Gemini, but I see that there's, you know, we've got double devil here. So I think you both have a difficulty in letting this go, but then there's also some toxic patterns that might keep repeating and causing stress. Let's see, what's that devil? Yeah, 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. That it needs to be worked on. This is like self-mastery, and it's not happening, okay? And that causes a lot of drama. 5 of Wands, conflict. Some of you, you know, there's some obsession, you know. On the other hand, it's like if there's either there's lack of resources or there's an over focus on the material where it's like an obsession with money. You could be dealing with someone that works all the time. They're a workaholic, and then they don't put effort into themselves, their spirituality, or the commitment or the connection. You know, I've got 5 of Wands here. So 5 of Wands is conflict, it's drama. For some of you, that could be outside energy. So I did say there could be some fears or suspicions regarding third party. Maybe that's you, Gemini, as I said, or maybe you feel that this other person, you have to compete for their love or their attention. Okay. Anyway, there seems to be quite a bit of difficulty here. And a lot of cross energy. So maybe you and this person, there's some mirroring going on in terms of the way that you feel about the whole thing. They seem to be dedicated to building off this foundation, and I think that they're going to come in and tell you that, and I think you need to make a decision. Judgment card, okay, with what you really want. Gemini energy with that Lovers card, it's duality. So yes, no, maybe you come across a little bit like that, Gemini, a bit like, I'm not sure, I don't know. So one minute in, the next minute out, maybe you feel that person does that, and so maybe that's very triggering, you know. So let's get you some Mystic Black Rose, okay? Mystic Black Rose for Gemini. Proposal, commitment, offer. Yeah, this person, I mean, they want to commit to you, Gemini. I mean, if you're already in a commitment, this is like taking things to the next level. So again, taking that leap. If this person's at a distance or travel's required, I think this person wants to they want to go for it, taking to the next level, okay? But I also said to you, Gemini, that there's an Ace of Pentacles on the other side of this spread. That looks to me like there could be an opportunity elsewhere. I don't know if someone else is coming in to propose to you, but I think that there's someone else maybe asking you out who's quite serious about you. Because then look, conflict, clashing, incompatible, irreconcilable. I said that there's something here, maybe that you both are not on the same page, or there's something that seems to be very incompatible. Secrets, keeping things inside, love affair, not opening up. Well, I think the keeping things inside is probably a big thing here. For some of you, like I said, there could be suspicion around a love affair or something, or maybe there is a love affair. You do have a secret, Gemini, as I said to you. You may need to make a decision. Extreme harshness, erratic decisions. Yeah, okay. Let's get a little bit more. Yeah, obsession. That's that devil card, okay? Holding on, clinging. There's a sort of an obsessiveness here, like you can't quite let each other go. And then the gamble, taking a risk. I said that a few times. Seems to be like there's a risk involved here in moving forward, or someone feels like it's a risk. Maybe they think they're going to get hurt because there's a lot of fear. Or gamble. Actually, some of you are dealing with a person with a gambling issue, okay, with that devil and the 9 of Cups. So maybe, you know, I can understand then why there might be some fears around financial stability. Past, there's history. Or that was an issue in the past, but maybe this person's trying to show you that they're more responsible, King of Pentacles, more solid, or just that you have a history with this person, okay? But then I've also got left behind. So Maybe you're feeling like this is in the past, like you want to let it go, you want to leave it behind. Escape, avoiding, blocking, pushing away, hiding. Someone here is avoiding doing the work that they need to do on that deeper level, right? On the emotional level. Or they avoid their feelings, and maybe that's why the addictions or the toxic patterns come up. Or in the very least, because someone here is avoiding their feelings, then it triggers the other person. And I already went through all of that. Look, soulmates though. I did say soulmates, didn't I? So there is this sense of, you know, deep love, life partner, spiritual connection, moving. What did I say? There could be something about a move or a relocation. And then I've got foresight. It's in the future, few days to weeks, direction forward. So I think there's a decision about the direction forward, and I'm not telling you which way to go, Gemini. You have to make a decision based on your intuition. Some of you, like I said, you might have something else around you that is looking more reliable or more connected to your values and your wishes. Or you might decide to continue on with this person. They seem to still be holding on to you, okay? All right, Gemini, I hope that resonated for you. And if so, you can give me a like and a comment, please. And I will check in with you guys in 2 weeks' time. Lots of love.